Hi, Mary from Cycle Maintenance Academy here. Today we're going to look at changing a bicycle tyre. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our video. Okay, let's start.
Tools required. Tyre levers. They are little levers that are used for getting tyres off a wheel. They can be made of plastic or metal. The plastic ones are preferable because they will not damage your rim. Tyre removal tool. This works the same as a tyre lever but has a long arm for extra leverage. Thanks to it, tyre removal is much easier, but being so big, it's not portable. Pump. The tool that puts air into the tube. It is fitted onto the valve. There are two fundamental types, hand pump and track pump. A hand pump is portable, but a track pump makes tyre inflation much easier. If you would like to learn more about pumps and how to use them correctly, click the link below this video to watch our tutorial. To remove the tyre and/or tube, first locate the valve. There should be a dust cap on this. The sole function of the dust cap is to keep out dirt. Remove it from the valve. If you have a valve collar, remove it as well. Get as much air out of the tube as possible. The more air you get out, the easier it will be to remove your tyre. If you have a presser valve, then unscrew the little brass nut at the top. Press the brass nut and the air should whoosh out. Leave it open for now, as you will need it to pump the tube later. If you have a Schrader valve, you will need to depress the little pip inside the valve. If you would like to learn more about different types of valves, click the link below this video and watch our tutorial. Go around the rim and push the edge of the tyre away from it. Sometimes moving the tyre from the rim wall requires some effort. The tyre sits on a little ledge and you have to force the tyre off it. Do this on both sides. Now use tyre levers to help remove the tyre. Pick a part of the rim and use the curved end of the lever to fit under the edge of the tyre. Keep it upright. Travel around the tyre about 10 to 13 centimetres and insert the next lever and keep it upright. Push down on the two levers. It might feel hard at first, but eventually the levers will go down and the tyre will come off in the section between the two levers. Take one of the levers and put the hooked part around a convenient spoke. Grasp the other lever and pull it towards you. Keep the lever straight. You are peeling off the tyre. My recommended way, however, is to use a tyre removing and refitting tool. It makes the job much easier. Remove the quick release skewer or wheel nuts. Unclip the plastic lever and move it to where the tyre joins the rim. Push the circular axle retainer in place, and for extra security you can replace the wheel nut or quick release. Pull the tyre away from the rim and push the tool into position. Now click the tool into place. Rotate the wheel 360 degrees and the tyre will be off on one side. When you have completed one side, the tyre should fall into the well of the rim and the other side should come off easily. Push the valve in. Now you can pull the tyre and tube away. On the inside of the rim there should be some rim tape. This is designed to stop the protruding spoke ends or the spoke holes from puncturing the inner tube. If it's damaged or it doesn't cover the spoke ends, then replace it with a new one. If you have a puncture, now is a good time to check your tyre and make sure that no debris is left in it that could cause another puncture. Look at the tyre and find a starting place. I always start where there's some writing on the sidewall. First, look at the outside for signs of where something has gone through. Next, put your fingers on the inside of the tyre and start moving the tyre slowly. You are feeling carefully for something sharp that could have caused the puncture. Be aware that sometimes whatever caused the puncture may not be left in the tyre. If you find something that probably caused the puncture, then make sure to remove it. Don't just break it off. It's also now a good time to check if the tyre is worn. If it is, replace it. Before you fit the tyre and tube, you will have to put a bit of air into the inner tube. First, find the correct valve connection on the pump head. Pumps connect to the valve in different ways. If you're not sure how to connect your pump, then stop now and click on the link below this video to watch our tutorial. Connect the pump head to the valve and pump just enough to give the tube a bit of shape. Stand your wheel with the valve hole at the top. Have a look at your tyre. Check that the tyre is going in the right direction and fit one side of the tyre. You may need to do this with the wheel on its side or lift the wheel. Now insert the inner tube into the valve hole inside the tyre. Tuck your tube into the tyre. Because you slightly inflated it, it should sit there easily. Keep the valve as straight as possible. Starting at the valve, you are going to put the other side of the tyre onto the rim. When the tyre is on around the valve, push the valve up into the tyre. Again, try and keep the valve as straight as you can. Now you can release the air as it will help the tyre go onto the rim. With the wheel in front of you, push the tyre into the rim. The centre of the rim, or well, is smaller in diameter than the sides of the rim, so by pushing the tyre into this part, it is easier to put it into position. The tyre should slip on with this method. However, often you get left with a last bit that stretches across the rim. Ease the tyre on bit by bit or use a tyre removing and refitting tool. Don't use tyre levers as they might pinch the tube. Check the tyre to see if any inner tube is poking out. If it is, push it back. Check that the valve is straight because once the tube is inflated, it's very difficult to move. Now pump the tyre. If you have a pressure gauge, then use it. Check the pressure rating on the tyre. It is usually shown as PSI or bar. Safest way is to aim for the middle reading. Do it slowly while checking that the rubber of the tyre isn't bulging out and that the inner tube isn't trying to escape. If it is, then deflate the tube and start again. When you reach the correct pressure, give it a final check. Now replace the collar and dust cap.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to let us know in the comments below how you got on changing your tyre.